Hello, everybody. It's Alex Shevchenko here. As always, at this time, we are hosting a live stream that is called Friday Alphalix. It is streamed on YouTube, X, and also our Discord. And during this stream, we are sharing with you the updates from the Aurora ecosystem, together as the general updates from the crypto world. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in. A big shout out to me, who is coming and supporting all of the community with his comments. This is a live stream. You're able to ask all of your questions. I will try to answer these questions as we go. Without further ado, let's dive into the updates. First update for today is that Sproutly or Carbify, the project that is participating in the Aurora Blocks cohort, number one, they have been invited into the UN stage and have been participating in the AI for Developing Countries forum, and they have been talking about the carbon credits and the future of the carbon credits. Check this out. Sproutly is probably the most interesting project in that niche around the carbon credits, and they are launching their solution very, very soon. We're going to talk about the particular event on which you would be able to get direct connection with Sproutly a little bit later. Another partner in the joint Aurora ecosystem, CoinCreate team, the platform for no-code development of the smart contract, onboarded into Aurora. So on CoinCreate, you're able to write down, just in plain English, the requirements for launching the contracts or developing the contract. And it allows you to create different things around the ERC20s. But actually, they are looking forward to extending to even more functionalities there. So the integration is very easy. You're able to go directly to CoinCreate and just populate the information inside of their very nice widget. You will be able to deploy the contract directly into the Aurora network. This is a great integration because this allows everyone who is launching either their virtual chains or developing something on top of the Aurora mainnet to develop their contracts really, really fast. A great partnership, a great tool, especially for those who are not very deep into the smart contract development. This can shortcut one of the common thing that people need to do when they're launching their projects, which is the development of the token smart contract. Aurora engineering updates are back, and actually Slava have been posting a short video about this stuff. This is the update from June, different things that have been happening in June. There are several highlights here, and actually there are some alpha leaks here, so I'm not going to point my attention into this, but you can read through this and you can find some new functionalities that are available for everybody to use right here, right now. But the things that were shipped, just a quick reminder of different things. Aurora Cloud Marketplace went live. It's insane. It's just literally 1.5 months since the Aurora Marketplace is live, and right now there are, I don't know, probably around 40 projects that are partners in the Aurora Marketplace. So pretty cool adoption of this. Great to see these things. There were several hackathons, and also the cool thing that the fiat top-ups was implemented for all virtual chains. Then there is on the EVM side, on the core or engine, as we call it, there are lots of different things that are happening. The most prominent, or the thing that is most anticipated, is the enablement of the volumetric fees for engine. So the team is working on this thing. It is not live. It is just in the development phase. And I recommend everybody to go and check out the Tokenomics 3.0 proposal. This is authored by me. I'm proposing to do the updates to the Aurora token economy. Go to the forum, check it out, leave your comment there. It seems like the overall community feedback is pretty positive. Please express your feedback right now if you want. If that's, and since this is kind of the case, this is something that is going to be put into the voting for the DAO councils pretty soon. On the infrastructures team, they have been focused on making sure that our infrastructure is supporting all of the virtual chains. There are more than 200 of them. Also improving BlockScout. And BlockScout is our partner for the Blockchain Explorer. There are lots of different things that are in works. There is one particular project that I'm extremely excited about that would allow synchronous communication between the Aurora virtual chains, bringing Ethereum-style composability in between applications on different Aurora virtual chains. This is something interesting, but this is in the research stage that is happening right now. Very, very interesting concept. And looking forward to what we are going to get out of this research. So let's see how things are going to go. For all of the devs, you can think of it as, there is this XCC, cross-contract calls SDK for Aurora. So you can think of this new development as synchronous XCC. Okay, pretty cool. Now coming to the big event that is happening next Wednesday. And this is the Aurora Blocks Demo Day. So I invite everybody at 1600 UTC to join us and listen to the demos and take a look into the projects that are participating in the Aurora Blocks Incubator Program, Cohort 1. So we have been mentioning these projects already multiple times. However, I would like to give a shout out to Optima, CoinEasy, Sproutly, Tradable App, and Omega Network. So please come join us, show some love from the Aurora community to these wonderful projects, and let's see what they have in stock for us. Last week, one of the highlights of the last week was that the Clarity Act has been signed by all of the respective authorities from the US, which means that now the Clarity Act is a part of the US legislation. And one of the important pieces there is like how US regulators are thinking about the blockchain systems. And particularly, they are focusing on the way how they are operated. So mature blockchain systems exclude, or impartial systems, they exclude centralized L2s. So the fact that L2s are working on a centralized sequencer is a problem in regard of this act. This is not seen as a mature system. The good thing about is for Aurora, the good thing about the Aurora approach, how we are approaching to building the virtual chains, is that all of the near validators are becoming a sequencer for every single Aurora virtual chain, because the Aurora virtual chain, in its essence, is a smart contract on top of the near blockchain, which means that 300 validators that are right now validating near blockchain are the validators of this chain, of this virtual chain. So they act as a decentralized but also shared sequencer in between all of these virtual chains. And the fact that there is an XCC introduces a very straightforward way to interact in between these virtual chains, which is a great thing to have. And together with this additional R&D developments for the synchronous composability, for the synchronous calls, XCC is async at the moment, because that's the way how the smart contracts are interacting in the near blockchain. But with the development of this synchronous communication channel, these can even become much, much better and much more straightforward for different applications to interact in between each other. I can openly say right now that we are working with multiple teams that are actually migrating from the Optimism and Arbitrum stacks into the Aurora. We are not yet ready to announce the partnerships here. We would like to get a little bit deeper into, actually progressing this thing. So, because the migration of an existing chain is a complicated project. It's not something that can be done overnight. And we don't want to announce anything and saying that, in half a year the migration is going to happen, because you are going to forget about it. The only thing that we're saying right now, that there are already teams who are considering they have different considerations. This particular thing is not influencing their choice to migrate from their existing provider into the Aurora. This is just the most recent development, but I'm pretty sure that over time, more and more chains or more and more L2s are going to start asking questions about the current state of their rollup technologies, which is not very mature according to the Clarity Act. ThorSwap has been integrating the latest releases in the near intents. And the important thing that was happening on the near intent side is that more networks has been joining the this solution that is called one-click swap API. These networks were available on nearintents.org, but they were not available in the one-click swap. Now chains like Tron and also others, BNB, what else? Stellar. Sorry. Can we cut this, please, at some point in time? So other chains, many different chains are available for everybody through the one-click swap. And ThorSwap, through our partner, SwapKit, they have been integrating these chains and made them available directly on ThorSwap. We're happy to work with SwapKit and ThorSwap in particular to enable more seamless cross-chain interoperability experience for all of the users of the ThorSwap. And one of the things that was happening on ThorSwap was an interesting transaction that was happening there. And within this transaction, a user has been swapping 4.64 BTC into USDT. And this transaction was executed extremely fast. This is the fastest execution of this size of the swap of Bitcoin that I'm aware of. The swapping transaction took only 3 minutes and 35 seconds from mining Bitcoin block till the mining of the Ethereum block. Actually, the user, if we're going to exclude the front-end fees, was actually getting a negative slippage on this particular transaction. So the user was able to receive more money than he was paying, literally. So I'm saying with excluding the front-end fees, so if this user would not be going directly into the ThorSwap, but rather, like doing all of the magic in the console, all right. So like in a little bit more complicated setup, or maybe if he would be going directly to near-intents.org, he would not get these fees. However, ThorSwap interface is very straightforward, and that's absolutely great that users are using it. I love to use it myself. So like the user would be able to get even more money out of this transaction. This is very interesting. And by the way, I would like to mention that all of the information about these transactions are absolutely and completely public. These transactions are available on the explorer.near-intents.org. This explorer shows not only this particular transaction, but actually it shows lots of other transactions that are happening here. You can see all of the statuses of the transactions. It displays right now only the one-click swap transactions. You're able to filter transactions. You're able to, so for example, here you go, there is a transaction that goes from the Kyber swap. Somebody is swapping, oh my God, 99,000 US dollars of USDC from Solana into Near. And here you go, like it was swapped pretty darn quick. So a very good resource for everybody. I encourage everyone who are interested in reviewing things and figuring things out, go and consult directly with the nearintents.org. In the documentation of nearintents, you're actually able to find an API for this explorer, so you're able to get more information from the explorer. As well as there is a public dashboard on Dune where you're able to analyze the performance of the near intents and how the swaps of volume is growing, how the users are growing, different things around the stuff. So that's some of the good resources. I also wanted to say something, one additional thing here, but I forgot it. Yeah. One important thing to say here, we can take a look at this transaction, because there were some FUD that was spreading by some people from other ecosystems in Twitter about near intents being a centralized solution, blah blah blah, all of the stuff. The settlement is happening in a centralized manner and stuff like that. Well, near intents is a decentralized protocol. The way how the settlement is working is that there is a verifier smart contract that verifies the actual results of the swap and how the swap is happening. So you're able to find it directly in the nearintents.org, as well as the documentation of the near intents on how it works. There is a verifier smart contract. It is located at near.intents, and this transaction that is executed here, you're able to find it here. There are more actions that are connected with this transaction. And in these actions, there are payloads, like which are the signed intents or the signed like commitments from different participants. And here you go. There was one solver who has been signing that he is okay with getting this amount of this token, which stands to be Solana's USDC, while giving out this amount of this token. And then there is somebody else there is another market maker, Peanut Trade, who is integrated. They were spending wrap near, and instead they were given this out token. And then there are more and more different things. So this actually trade is a pretty complicated trade. This is what a user was doing, and then there is this is a referral from the user, monthly Kyber. So there are lots of things that are happening here. This is a complicated transaction. This is a route for the transaction, by the way, as you can see here. In the end, this USDC was withdrawn from near intents, right? So this is the normal nears USDC, and how the things have been swapping, right? So everything is settled on chain. The settlement is fully decentralized. Okay, and the last thing that I would like to mention here is that the Calyx, the Launchpad, cross-chain Launchpad that is built inside of Aurora Labs, is going forward, and everyone are able to go to calyx.xyz and subscribe to the updates. We are very looking forward to presenting to all of you how this Launchpad is going to work, what is going to be there, what are the interesting pieces of it are going to be presented to everybody. There are approximately 1,000 people already who are subscribed to it and are in the waiting list. So please go check it out. There is nothing more than just this page. But by subscribing to it, you will get the updates as soon as something is going to be there, so you would not miss anything from Calyx. With that, these are all of the updates for today. Let me double check what are the questions are here from the community. Okay, hello, everybody. How long will demo day last? I think it's only 30 minutes, so it is going to be pretty quick. And what happens next? So it's the continuation of the development. People need to do the stuff. How often does the expansion of tools on Aurora Marketplace happen? It depends on those who want to connect their product or how it works. In general, it's just generic partnerships. So more and more projects are coming to us because they see the adoption of the Aurora virtual chains. They would like their infrastructure, if these projects are developing infrastructure, to be connected to the virtual chains, and it becomes available there. It takes a little bit of time for the integration, but in general, it's pretty quick. How will you measure bootcamp success in terms of chain launches, ecosystem growth, and real user engagement? We're just going to measure all of this stuff. How many chains are launched? What is the ecosystem growth, and what is the real user engagement? So, in general, yeah, it's just the KPIs. Let's take a look at this stuff, and let's assess, and also let's ask the community how do they feel about the bootcamp. Okay, approximately 1 hour. Yeah. Sorry, no, it was not the 30 minutes. It's just now. In 2022, I staked Aurora and received a reward for it, not only in Aurora tokens, but also in others, for example, Resource. Will something similar be implemented in 2025? Slate, this is a great question. I actually have a task in my task manager to remind everybody about these mechanics. So this is what I'm thinking. This functionality is embedded in the smart contracts, right? There are, like, if you will, like farms or something like that. What we all can do, in case the Aurora Token Economy 3.0 is going to be adopted, since there will be a launch of the community treasury allocations, what we can do is to, like everybody in the community can vote for allocation of funds to the projects who are actually proposing not only to develop something, but to launch a token and get a percentage of the supply or some amount of the supply to be distributed to the Aurora stakers. That means it's not going to be a grant, but rather it is going to be like an investment from the Aurora community into the particular project, while the Aurora community is going to get exposure to the project's token. And from my point of view, this is a very and we have all of the tools for this, right? So these tools are embedded in the smart contract. And from my point of view, this is a very natural and very wise way how the Aurora community should treat the projects who are applying for funding. It's not a charity. It is just a beneficial partnership in between the Aurora community and the project that is willing to obtain the funding and do something good for the Aurora ecosystem. So I think it's pretty good, and this thing is available. We have all of the tools for it, and I hope that with the launch of the community treasury, we will be able to use these tools more. Thanks for the question. Okay. So Calyx Launchpad waiting list talking about seed planted. What is supposed to bloom from this seed on Calyx? Let's see. Slava has been posting a link on YouTube into about the cross-contract calls, but you are able to go to docs.aurora.dev and find there all of the information on XCC. So these are all of... Oh, no, I'm sorry. What is your biggest priority for Aurora in the second half of 2025? There are two things. First one is the Launchpad. This is our top priority and the biggest focus right now. We're trying to tick in another box for founders. Aurora virtual chains are making launching a chain simple. Aurora Marketplace makes all of the infrastructure very simple for everybody. Or near intent, that is also was developed inside of Aurora and presented to the market under the Near brand. This is something that we have been developing in order to tick the box of cross-chain interoperability. And now we are ticking out the box for launching the token, right? So that's why the Launchpad is very, very important for us to make sure that it is very, very simple for founders to launch projects in general, and time from idea to the actual implementation of this idea is extremely short. Besides that, we just focusing on supporting the projects and supporting the chains. We call internally this thing as a success stream. We would like to give maximum support to all of our partners, to founders who are launching their chains on the Aurora stack, like the full priority. And this is the kind of the biggest in terms of, outside of the particular product development. This is the most important thing for us. There is a governance initiative that is happening. It's everything that is connected with Aurora 3.0 update, and there are multiple pieces that need to be built there. But we are supporting this stuff, and hopefully the DAO is going to support this update, so that we can bring this to life. Okay. Thanks everyone for your questions, and I hope this was informative for all of you. We have almost 200 people watching us live. Thank you very much. Big shout out to everybody who are watching us in recording. I know that there are some people. I have some people who are messaging me, and they are saying that they are glad that there are recordings of these things, because they are unable to visit it because of the time zone and their duties. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for visiting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, we're going to see each other in exactly 1 week from now in the next Friday Alpha League sessions. And until then, have a good one.